It's about to go down. Akpabio has not heard the last from Senator Natasha. Imagine Akpabio, going on Facebook to say this trash about Senator Natasha Akpoti. Just imagine this kind of statement, uttering this kind of statement against your fellow senator. Just imagine saying that she goes to the chamber wearing transparent clothes. That is all she does. Can you imagine that? Hey God, oh, women don't suffer for this country. Oh. We don't suffer. Like, is this not even if what just happened is not humiliating enough? Tell me what this is. This is even more humiliating than the episode that happened at the chamber, or should we say the shouting match that happened at the chamber. Before we delve right into the details of today's news, if this is your first time here, you have not subscribed to this channel, what are you doing? Please go ahead and subscribe, like this video. Also, leave your opinions in the comment section below. Please give this video a massive thumbs up. That way, YouTube is able to recommend this video to other YouTube viewers all around the world. A federal lawmaker, Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan, has instituted 100.3 billion naira defamation suit against the Senate President, Akpabio, before the Federal Capital Territory High Court, FCT Abuja. For a while, all along, most people, if you're a Nigerian, you already know that Akpabio has a very loose mouth. Like, he just says things. Maybe it doesn't have any censor. Let's just put it that way. He doesn't censor what he wants to say before saying it. That was how he was able to tell Senator Natasha that you are not in the club. As if she goes to the club every single day. Like, that is where she spends, her leisure time. And now he's saying to her that, the only thing she does is wear transparent clothes. Like, tell me if that is not humiliating. Anyway, moving on. Akpoti-Uduaghan, who is representing Kogi Central Senatorial District, alleged that the Senate President, Akpabio, tarnished her image through a defamatory post that was published on his social media platform, Facebook. According to the claimant, the Senate President had in a post that was published on his Facebook page by his aide titled, "His Local Content Committee of Senate, Natasha's Birthright, maligned her." She told the court that the said social media post claimed that she thought that being a lawmaker was all about pancaking her face and wearing transparent outfits to the Senate chamber. I've said this repeatedly that, there's something that Akpabio just has against women that I cannot even explain. I cannot even place my hand on it. I don't understand. Even if, you grew up in the days when, women were just, relegated to the kitchen and not expected to even have an education, at least you have seen, you have heard, you have grown into the 21st century where, women are doing things in this modern age. Women are technocrats. Women are, doing things like in the society today. If you go to the banking sector, you see women, in higher position. I can count about Access, and there's one other bank that has a woman as their, highest, that is holding the highest office in the bank. So why does Akpabio still have, this orientation that, what Natasha only does is pancake her face and come to the Senate wearing transparent outfits? It feels like that is the only thing she's good for. For somebody as vibrant as Natasha Akpoti, I don't think that there's ever been any sitting where Natasha Akpoti has not contributed to the discussions at the floor of the House, unlike some senators that are just, Senator, I support. You will never see them raise their hand. You will never see them talk about anything. You will never see them contribute. Since Natasha has been in the Senate, she has, always been in the news for one thing or the other that she has said or contributed to, apart from all of this other controversy, of course. But you now referring to her as, a lawmaker that does nothing apart from pancaking her face. Does she mean that because she's a woman, she shouldn't look good? She shouldn't, rub powder on her face? Or what does it even mean? If she has been wearing transparent outfits to the Senate, I think that she would have been called to order. She would have been called to order. This other Natasha, the lawmaker from Edo State, the new girlfriend of Two-Face, she was once sent out of the House of Assembly of her state, for wearing inappropriate clothes. So if Natasha has also done the same thing, I am very sure that one or two people would have, raised their hand, to talk about it, and even they would have sent her out of a chamber. But anyway, moving on. Apart from Akpabio, who was sued in his personal capacity, those that were also cited as defendants in the suit are the Senate, one, Patrick, Mr. Umfon Patrick, who was identified as a senior legislative aide to the Senate president. The Kogi State lawmaker insisted that the post that was published against her by the Senate president and his aide was not only defamatory, provocative, and disparaging, but greatly lowered her dignity in the eyes of her colleagues and right-thinking members of the public. Consequently, in the suit she filed through a team of lawyers led by Mr. Victor Giwa, Senator Akpoti-Uduaghan, among other things, prayed the court to issue an order compelling the defendants to withdraw the said defamatory words and publication made against her immediately and tender an apology to her in writing. She said the apology must be published in the national daily newspaper that is widely circulated within the jurisdiction of this court. Other reliefs include a declaration that the words, "It is a bottled anger" by the Kogi lawmaker who knows nothing about legislative rules. She thinks being a lawmaker is all about pancaking her face and wearing transparent outfits to the chambers, used and written by the third defendant at the prompting of the first and second defendants, is defamatory and intended to cause public opprobrium and disaffection towards the claimant by members of the public. An order of perpetual injunction restraining the defendants, whether acting by themselves or through their agents, privies, assigns, or associates, from further publishing or caused to be published the said defamatory words, herein stated, or any other similar publications about the claimant on the social media platform or in any other manner which is capable of defaming the claimant. More so, she prayed the court to order the defendants to pay her the sum of 100 billion naira as general damages, as well as another 300 million naira to cover the cost of the litigation. Meanwhile, no date has been fixed for the matter to be heard. It will be recalled that Senator Akpoti-Uduaghan recently had a face-off with the Senate president over alleged unauthorized change of her sitting position in the Senate, a spirited attempt to protest the change, which was said to have been caused by defection of opposition lawmakers to the ruling party, led the Senate president to order the aides-de-camp to march her out of the legislative chamber, an action that elicited varied reactions from Nigerians. This is the same Akpabio that also did the same thing back in 2018 when he was in the 8th assembly, in the 8th chamber. The same person that did the same thing, he also protested his own change of seats during the time of Bukola Saraki. And you are here working somebody out because she complains that a seat has been changed without even hearing her out, without hearing what she has to say. Akpabio just sent her out. You all, let's have your thoughts and opinions in the comment section. What do you all think of all of these, developing stories? Thank you very much for always watching. I will see you in my next video. Bye for now.